Larry, did you see the additions? Do you have those?
I saw
There's
an
an extra one
email.
over here.
I'll do the same thing that was emailed.
Yeah.
Okay, these two.
Okay, we'll call to order the Chisholm City Council meeting, August 26, 2026 at 5:30 PM. Susan, would you please take roll call?
Counselor Varga,
Present.
Counselor Fountain. Here. Counselor Baki.
Here.
Counselor Halaba,
Present.
Counselor Halverson,
Present.
Mayor Lamb.
Here. Hey, Council, I'll look for a motion to adopt the agenda with the two additions, one, both under Larry. So it'll be 2 and 3, resolution number 082-66, and to post internally for the lead buildings maintenance utility position.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, April.
Support.
Thank you, Jim. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Pledge of allegiance, if you would.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Jim, any public participation over there?
No.
Okay, council reports. I'll start with you tonight, Councilor Halverson. Good evening.
Good evening. We had a Redhead committee meeting last night, and as you probably noticed around town, if you've been by the lake, the Chisholm Connector Trail from downtown to Redhead is now complete. Starts at the Thomasoni Arch and goes across the lake, goes straight across the four-way stop, and then south along the county road up to the Bruce Mine Head Frame Park, and then past the Bruce, it merges with the Mesabi Trail, and then take the Mesabi Trail under the bridge underneath 169. And just to the south of that, you are then able to access the Rim Trail on the Redhead system. So it's for bicycling and hiking, no ATVs, no motorbikes. And also tomorrow at Redhead, they have a free bike try night if you want to try a mountain bike. If you don't have a bike, there'll be bikes available, so anybody that wants to go out and try mountain biking, it's free, 4:30 till 7, I believe, tomorrow. So, Colin will probably have more to elaborate on. Okay. All right, that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilor Halverson, good evening.
Good evening. I attended the Public Utilities Commission meeting today. The special council meeting we had to do with canvassing the votes, and also I participated in both city administrator meetings and interviews.
Thank you. Councilor Baki, good evening.
Good evening. Just going to add another item for tomorrow. We have the grand opening of the new school and the gym, and the first volleyball game is tomorrow night. There will be a ceremony at 5 o'clock, and volleyball game starts at 6:30. And so another option for people looking for things to do tomorrow. That's all I got.
Excellent, thank you. Councilor Fulton, good evening.
Good evening. I do not have a formal report. Thank you.
Councilor Barta, good evening.
Good evening. I just attended the Museum of Mining meeting Monday. They have a bunch of stuff on their last agenda, and they will be coming to the interim city administrator fairly shortly, I think, for something they want to get done or try to do. They didn't go too much into it at the meeting, so I don't know what they're talking about, but that's my report.
Sounds expensive. Okay, thank you. I have no formal report. I just had a meeting with the Parks and Rec, so a lot of things happening around the community. Obviously with the Parks and Rec, the Redhead mountain bike, the Redhead connectivity, which looks pretty fabulous too. So I'd like to thank everyone that's got a part in all these projects and seeing them through, and making the city really look good. So thank you. Ambulance Director Tiffany, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. I just have the shortest little update here where I haven't given an update on our calls lately, so no, I don't want to.
Yeah, you know. Just in case.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yes. We're at 647 calls for the year so far, including the one the crew is currently on now. With that, we also have our new Medic 2 in service, which means our old Medic 2 should be up for auction, I believe. Larry's taking care of that for me. So new Medic 2 is in service, and as of yet, everything is going very well, knock on wood. And then on top of that, we have another training that we're going to host. This is a free training regionally for anybody that's involved in EMS. It's getting put on by FOAMFRAT, for those that are aware of who that training platform is. It has been tailored specifically to the Northlands Rural EMS, and it is for ALS and BLS services that tend to work together. They'll be focusing on the fundamentals of airway and chest pain. So I did post a link on Facebook if you are interested to register. Because again, I'm welcoming the problem of overgrowing our training room and having to find a second place to host. I think having too many people to sign up for this type of training would be great. So if there's any questions on that, always feel free to get a hold of me. And that is all of the updates I have, unless there's a question.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Police Chief, Jim, good evening.
Mr. Mayor, Council, pleasure to be here as always. Five is the number of today for an excited parent like me, because there's 5 days left until school starts. So just a friendly reminder for all of us parents out there in public, in motoring public. School starts next Tuesday, the 1st, for the Chisholm School District. So there's going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of kiddos walking to and from school, a lot of younger drivers out there as well. So just be cognizant of that, be patient. There is some new things around the school as far as parking and some logistics that the city and us are working through for the new parking lot and some new procedures for the school district. So that's in the works. Be patient with us. I have some letters going out to the 300 block of 3rd Street Southwest residents just to kind of give them some friendly reminders and some tips on parking. We're going to be pausing some of the calendar enforcement in that area to establish some new stuff. So, but any questions from the public, please obviously reach out, and of course council members as well. Otherwise, I have nothing on the agenda, so I will be leaving here as soon as I'm done talking. So, unless anybody has any questions, I bid you farewell.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
I just have a question.
Sure.
How are the new officers working out?
Great.
Okay.
So Officer Sully is off of his FTO now.
Okay.
Officer Cadence Erickson is still on FTO for a few more weeks, but she's progressing really well.
Okay.
Yeah, doing really well. So
All right,
very
thank
happy.
you.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Have a
Thank
good
you very
night.
much. Take care.
Yeah.
Building official zoning, admin? Any? Public Works, Larry?
Nothing today, Mayor, unless there's any questions.
Parks, Trails, Rec Director, Colin, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Marty touched on 2 of my updates very well, so I'm not going to dig into those too much, but just one thing about the Triad event, even if you don't want to bike, stop out and just visit. We have some food trucks and some coffee and some other lemonade drinks and stuff, so even if you just want to come out and chat, we'll be there. So, and then just another reminder that flag football registration is live and on the city site. It's grades 4 through 6, and then we added grades 2 through 3. So for those that don't know in the community, we do have the grades 2 through 3, so just trying to pass that message along, and I'll do some marketing over the next week and a half to try to get the word out there.
Send that to me too.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate that. And then, yeah, Chisholm Connector is complete, so you can go ahead and go down to the causeway and take a peek. And then from the people that have went on it, they said the woods portion of it is really cool and really fun to be on. So excited about that being done ahead of schedule. We anticipated that to be done at least around Labor Day, and so we're done with it ahead, which is always nice. And then another project update, the courts, the Longyear Lake courts. It's coming along well. If you notice, if you drive by there, the fencing is put up. The posts are in the ground, drilled in the interior. Just the only fencing that's not put up is the interior fencing, like dividing the courts into the 6 different ones. And then next, on the agenda for that is the surfacing and the windscreens, and then the actual equipment itself with the netting and that stuff. So that's coming along. We still have the September 25th final completion date, but hopefully we'll be done before then. So. And then last but not least, we rolled out a business sponsorship opportunity for any local businesses out there that want to partner with Redhead. So that's on our Redhead website. You can go on there and there's a sponsorship page that we drafted up and we threw out there, and we've already had a few interested businesses that are local that have reached out, and so passing that message along to the community as well. So, and that's all I have.
Perfect.
I just have a question. Is that sponsorship just for businesses or can citizens sponsor?
Yeah, they
If
certainly can too. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, that's an option.
Okay.
Obviously, part of the packages is having, names put out there, so even if it's just an individual, you can have your name at the trailhead. And if you go through on the website page where the sponsorship is kind of laid out, it'll say all the details of that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Ms.
Colin.
Cohen?
City clerk, treasurer, and interim city administrator. Evan. Report, okay. Any questions for the interim administrator? No? Okay, we'll move on, look for a motion and support to approve the consent agenda, which includes a list of bills, communications, minutes of previous city council meetings, payroll, and overtime.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Jed.
Support.
Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. No unfinished business. Move on to new business. Ambulance director, Tiffany, welcome back.
Hello again. Good evening, council, mayor. I have a request to hire a paramedic, Kristen Rice-Owl. She has gotten everything done, we're still waiting on the results of her background, so this would be to start her as soon as her background comes back.
Excellent news.
I'm excited.
All right, council, look for a motion and support to approve the hiring of Kristen Rice.
Motion.
Oh. Thank you, Jim.
Support.
Thank you, Jed. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Kristen.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Public Works, Larry.
Mayor, council, thank you. So some employees moving around, and we're gonna try to get fully staffed by the time. this
Surplus
applies.
equipment.
Sorry?
Surplus equipment first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that little stuff. Yeah, thank you. So the surplus equipment, I gave you a list. I don't have it in front of me, but if there's no questions, this is just stuff kinda, thank you, laying around the shop, unused equipment. I don't think there's much value there besides the ambulance 2, which I hope, we're gonna go to minbid.com to try to get a bigger audience throughout the state. It's pretty popular. We've used it. We've actually bought vehicles off of there, so I'm hoping for that. And maybe that bucket as well. Try to find someone with this actual Cat 928H, that type of thing. So otherwise it's just scrap iron. So, and the price of steel and everything right now, so hopefully somebody's interested. So looking to get rid of that stuff. The other stuff is probably salvage, or maybe even, I'd probably try the, Dubit in Buell, like we have in the past, so they do really good locally for us, so they come over, take all their pictures and stuff like that, so.
Hey, council, look for motion and support to approve resolution 0826-64.
Make the motion.
Thank you, April.
Support.
Thank you, Marty. Any further discussion?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Then the shuffle of employees. So we did have a internal candidate for the heavy equipment operator position, and I fully support this, of course, besides, what's in the union contract, but we want happy people, we want the people where they are gonna be happy. So, if there's somebody that wants to move around, let's do that. So I bring you the first one, Scott Danielson, moving from that, parks, buildings, maintenance person to heavy equipment operator.
Okay, council, I look for a motion to approve resolution 0826-66.
Motion.
Thank you, Jim.
Support.
Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then an update, just that the nobody signed for that water sewer utility posting, and that is advertised in the paper. And Susan tells me it'll be in the Sunday Chisholm. And indeed, so, water sewer utility person. And then, since Scott moved, that does vacate his job, so we will go, with your support, we will go internally and externally for the lead buildings, maintenance, parks position. And we'll do internal for like, I think it ends up being almost a couple weeks, cause we'll wait till the water sewer one comes down. And then if nobody signs, then we'll go external for that. We don't wanna run them at the same time, we want a different applicant pool, they're pretty different jobs, so. So with that, with your support, we'll be looking for support on that.
Council look for a motion and support to post internally and externally for the lead buildings maintenance parks position.
Motion.
Thank you, Jed.
Second.
Thank you, Marty. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Parks Trails Rec Director, Colin.
Good evening again. Attached, please find the change order number 1 on page 22 for the Chisholm Connector Trail project for an additional $20,000, making their total contract going from $98,000 to $118,000. The additional work that was provided was performing some matching width and capping of the trail for 1.3 miles of forested section and then 0.4 miles of the causeway section. And then the second task was assisting in the design and flagging for a potential phase 2 of the Chisholm connector, which is kind of fulfilling parts of the Redhead master plan. So a blue connector was what was originally thought of for that project. The original contract in this change order is funded under the IRRB connectivity grant, and I recommend approval of change order number 1 to increase from $98,000 to $118,000. And we are still under budget with these grant funds. We still have an additional pot of money left over, so this is not going over our budget for this.
Excellent. Council look for a motion and support for change order number 1.
Make the motion.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Jim. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Interim Administrator, Clerk Treasurer Devon.
Page 23 is Resolution 0826-65. The recommendation from the hiring committee is to appoint Michelle Perkish as the library supervisor.
Excellent. Okay, Council look for a motion and support for Resolution 0826-65.
Can I say something quick?
So we get a motion and support and then we'll
I'll
open.
motion.
Thank you, Travis.
Support.
Thank you, Jed. Discussion?
I just would like to say, with council approval, congratulations to Michelle Perpish for, I'm really happy for you, not only because you're my friend and my colleague and my classmate, but I'm really happy that you're taking on this new role, and the Chisholm Library is incredibly lucky to have you continue to move forward. So you're doing great things already, so I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will be abstaining.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining?
Abstain.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next on page 25, we have the investments at 4M, and every 6 months or so we have CDs that mature, and typically we've just reinvested them in CDs, and we have them stepped right now, so roughly every 6 months 2 will mature, and in the past we've just reinvested them. And I don't see any reason why we need to change because we have our cash flow covered. So I would suggest reinvesting these at approximately a 2-year term. Just to go through the items in the packet, page 26 is a quote of what CDs are earning as of now. As I mentioned, we could go with the 2-year, it's just above 4%. And yeah, I guess I'm just looking for your approval to reinvest.
All right, Council, unless there's any questions, I'd look for a motion and support.
Motion.
Thank you, Jim.
Support.
Thank you, April. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Devin. last thing on here, schedule a special meeting for second interview for the city administrator candidate. I was told that the one day that didn't work was September 1st.
Of course, Monday, I'm wide open.
I'm sure most of the individuals here are still kind of struggling for 5:30. Is that afternoon, April? Jim?
5:30 for me.
For your city.
Although, what day are you talking about?
Well, so I would push for the Monday, the 31st. I could do any day that week, I'm pretty sure.
August 31st?
No. Oh, yeah, yes, excuse me. Yes, August 31st. Or, we can do it the second.
Back to the city hall about that because my job is changing next week. I'll be at the arena. So I might work afternoons, so I'm not sure about that yet.
Okay.
So,
We have open house at the school. I could do
On the
it. But
31st?
I could do it, but like at 6.
Wednesdays has kind of been the other ones. Would Wednesdays work?
Yeah.
Or Wednesday the
That's
2nd?
the only day I wouldn't.
Wednesday the 2nd?
31st at 6 or something for me, we have ARF training at the airport for the fire department, but otherwise, the Wednesday works for me as well, the 2nd.
Something like 5 o'clock or so.
Try for 5? Is
I'll-
5 too early?
I'll try.
Okay, let's, we get a motion support for Wednesday, September 2nd at 5 PM. Where would we like to conduct that? We'd like to do it at the, I do believe that the Public Safety Buildings Training Center has a nice welcoming area. I believe, is that where you did your interviews? It's nice and open. If we do have any other staff, there's a little more room, less intimidating than this setup here. I don't know, anybody else's opinions on that? Susan?
We've done a bunch of different stuff, Mayor, it's all up to the council, of course, what you wanna do, but you could take just a quick walk up and down Lake Street, just a walk, you could, walk through City Hall and just visit with some other employees, and then just go in Mandy's room per se over there, obviously in here, like you said, it's not comfortable and it seems, not welcoming. But of course, public safety building too, I've been on a bunch of these now, and it's different every time. Maybe a tour of the public safety building is warranted, and then down there as well, so that's a thought too, just something a little more welcoming than just a meeting.
Yeah. Well, and then it opens it up, and then if anyone's running late, they can catch in.
Flowing and better questions, and a little laughing, and, that kind of thing.
No laughing.
Yeah.
Me no laughing.
Yeah, we don't have.
We're dead serious here.
No fun. Hey, council, I look for a motion. Motion and support for secondary interview Wednesday, September 2nd, 5 PM at the Public Safety Building.
Motion.
Thank you, Travis. Support. Thank you, Marty. Any further discussion?
Just a quick question. Would we need to advertise just open at 5 o'clock, or do we have to say open from 5 to 5:30 for general interaction and then questions with council at 5:30? Does it?
This is my first rodeo with this one.
I think 5 o'clock, because that's when it technically starts and we have to open it anyway, but I was just curious.
So I would assume that you're gonna open the meeting down there, or are you gonna come
Yeah.
back here and open the meeting?
No, we'll just do everything down there.
Do everything down there and then,
Open the meeting at 5 PM.
okay. And then, so we would just schedule a special meeting at that public safety building for, I would just put all that information. And then, I don't know, do you want, and then are you guys gonna, decide in that meeting, or are you gonna close in that meeting?
Will we be taking the top 2?
Yeah,
Or
how many?
Just the
The
top?
one.
Just the one.
Top 1?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna discuss making an offer, and then presenting the offer,
Oh,
maybe
I'm
it's
pretty
accepted at the next council meeting.
Yeah, I think we're fine. We'll talk to Attorney Lindsay to make sure we have the verbiage right, but I think we can
Yeah.
close it after we have the initial, and then, as long as everyone's there, we can.
Come to a decision if you're gonna hire the person and then come back out and, I'll check with Brian and get the logistics, but I just.
Yep.
And then if you wanna send me a question that you have, I could get those written up.
Okay.
So you can have some notes.
Or you want one per each of us?
That, right, yeah.
So we're gonna have a closed meeting after a regular meeting?
I'm gonna, I
They were
think I need to
special
check
meeting.
with Brian to see the logistics. I've not been through this before.
So I think we're just gonna have to call a meeting to order, because obviously all of us are gonna be together, and then if we do go into decision making, we're gonna have to,
Pretty sure
That'll
we
be cool.
close it for negotiation.
yep,
Yeah.
and we'll just have to bring the
For sure.
recorder with.
Yeah, we'll get more information on how to have logistics. And then I'll get the agenda out to you.
Sounds good, thank you.
Yep.
Council, look for a motion and support.
Motion, we got it.
Oh, we already got it.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
good, good.
discussion, yeah, all right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Unless there's anything under miscellaneous, look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Thank you, Jim.
Second.
Thank you, Marty. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everybody.
Okay.